Hello there, this is that concerned guy, and what a beautiful, pleasant evening it is right now on this glorious winter day, I guess. Yeah, well, quite sunny and quite warm with a bit of winds, but still nice and pleasant. Well, for today's clip, I would like to discuss on the pending divorce settlement between Robert De Niro, the actor, Hollywood actor, and his ex-partner wife, Grace Hightower, B class, C class actress. It is no real surprise to you guys that the biased court laws that favor women over men. No real surprise, of course, but in this case, Robert De Niro, an A-class Hollywood actor who has been in movies since the 60s and continues to make movies to this day. He is worth over $500 million US, as he made his fortune from acting and from his business ventures. I think it's been claimed that he's got over 35 businesses, something like that. Yes, the pending divorce settlement, Grace Hightower wants half of De Niro's financial wealth. Okay, well, first thing is, it was mainly Robert De Niro, who earned this fortune by his continuing work in Hollywood and his business ventures outside of Hollywood. Grace, however, a B-class or C-class actress. Yes, I'm going to say actress, not calling her an actor. Alright, she's an actress. Get over it with this political correct nonsense. Anyway, this actress, she hasn't made, well, not that I know of, not to my recollection, I don't think she's made any real major movies. Maybe one or two, probably. But she's been mainly having minor roles in movies and in TV shows. So obviously she doesn't earn near as much as what De Niro makes on a yearly basis. It is said that De Niro and Grace Hightower had a prenup made up, saying that Grace, the couple would, if they ever split up, they would split. They'll split. I think it was one apartment, a second apartment. They got two apartments together. I believe. Not quite sure, but anyway, according to sources, they've got two multi-million-dollar apartments, and the prenup, I think it said that that they would split half on one of the apartments, split the ownership of one apartment. And also $500,000 will be granted to Grace if they have separated, if those two separate, and also $1 million in alimony per year. Right, that was the real agreement. That was the agreement between the two for this prenup making. So, but now Grace is now wanting to grab at least half of his total wealth, which is what, over $500 million US. And the hypergamous signs here obviously is showing, and it's all these signs and predicaments show that women like her will never be satisfied. You know, no, I mean, already the original prenup would have set her for life, basically, without even need to try to work harder to make her name more well known in Hollywood, in mainstream Hollywood movies and TV shows. Again, it shows that no matter how much men work their asses off in building their wealthy fortunes or whatever they have, many women like these, like Grace, would push harder to grab more. And despite she didn't really put that much into the financial building of their relationship. And I think she said that. Well, a source says that she wants half of the earnings of what Niro makes since the year 2004, because that's when they were that's when they were together since then. And I think another source says that they were divorced once back in the late 90s, and then they got back together again in 2004. Okay, there's already a sign there, obviously. Shows that it really shows that guys like Robert De Niro are so marupok that they cannot really go past the oxytocin phase where they fall back in love with their ex or whatever, and they get back together again, and they already knew that the first time they got together, it didn't end up so well. But yes, you hear this all the time. You know, you hear this with other Hollywood actors and all that, and maybe people you know personally, or any acquaintance that got back together their exes, and then it fails again, and then they have this disagreements and arguments over with their financial earnings together or whatnot. So, and Robert De Niro, obviously a liberal neo-Marxist, as he's well known when he said in front of his Hollywood peers on stage, "Fuck Trump." Right. Really elegant, really witty. Yeah, that's not really something that's really clever, funny, witty, or even based on mere factual points that why you said that in the first place. It's just cursing towards someone who left the Democrats Party, the American Democrats Party. And we all know that Trump was loved by most people, especially in the left, when he was still part of the Democrats side of things, before he ran for presidency as a Republican. Just so shows that how cultist and dogmatic these leftists are, just because they change political linings. It doesn't matter if you are a Hollywood actor, or if you're white, black, yellow, Eurasian, mulatto, whatever, or LGBT. Yeah. If you say one thing that opposes the narrative of the left, fellow leftists will turn their backs on you. If you're lucky enough, if they don't actually verbally abuse you or even physically attack you. This type of thing is breaking up Western societies and increasingly around the world. Neo-feminists claim for equality in it. Equality when it suits them, yes, at the expense of men, especially straight men. Straight men. It's really sad to see that the left has gone towards this direction where neo-socialism has become the new cult of today's leftist politics, identity politics in particular. It's with all this Me Too movement crap that continues to be a dominant theme in today's identity politics, especially in Hollywood. More and more leftist males, straight males in Hollywood and whatever, are getting indicted or getting sued for alleged past misconducts with women. So how can this sort of political narrative continue? Will it continue to be like this for years to come until more people walk away from the left? Well, particularly the Democrat Party or the American Democrats Party or their counterparts in other Western countries and other parts of the world. Will Generation Z be the catalyst in shifting this point from the left towards more right-leaning alignings? Time will tell, but there are signs that a number of Generation Z people are noticing these things, especially with today's feminism, which is blatantly obvious. So, what do you guys think? Is it something that this will be a thing that will blow over within the next few years, couple of decades? Me personally, I'm not quite sure, but I think eventually there will be a gradual shift in politics where identity politics will slowly be eroded as the SJW generation, which is, say millennials who grew up, who was born in the, 80s, particularly late 80s, who were born in the 80s and then they're reaching their 30s, late 20s. They probably, will just eventually realize that all their screaming and ranting and yelling at people on the street just because of opposing views, it will just show that it's futile. And once they get to the age of 40, 50, whatever, they'll realize that they need to calm the F down and and wake up to reality that they need to grow up and actually work for a living instead of depending on their parents, if they still do, and especially at these economic times when the housing market's really bad and the job market's really bad. And going back to Niro and Hightower, this sort of thing will always be a predicament within Hollywood for years to come. So, what do you guys think? Just place comments below. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch you next time. Mabuhay!